Good morning.
Good
Morning.
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 Good morning.
Okay, we can begin. Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. I'd like to call order the Safety and Security Committee meeting on Thursday, March 5th, 2026. Ms. Bennett, can you give a roll call, please?
Commissioner Simmons,
Present.
Commissioner Cox, Commissioner Galladay, Commissioner Gladney,
Present.
Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Beach,
Here.
Commissioner Jackson Jennings,
Present.
Commissioner Moore. You can proceed.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you for joining this morning. Ms. Bennett, can you report on any public comments that were received for the meeting?
Chair, we did not receive any public comments for today's meeting.
Fine. Thank you. This time I need approval of the minutes of November 14th, 2025 of the Safety and Security Committee open meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any abstention? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Number 5, sole source WAPTEC proposal, CIS video and audio enhancements. Kevin Scott.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. So my presentation today of this project is important on two fronts. Obviously, I have two main scopes of responsibility with the organization, one being public affairs and communications, and the second, and obviously no less, being overall security program here. Just give you a little bit of history behind what we're asking for. Early on, at the onset of the Secured Platform project, we began to initiate, this is even back in the design portion of SPP, we began to move forward with an overall enhancement to bi-state's public address and customer information systems. And this particular project we refer to, because everything here is an acronym, right? So we refer to it as our PACES project. But it focused on our overall public address telephones, our public address and video display boards on all what will be 39 MetroLink platforms that are now in existence, including Mid-America Airport. And again, this was not part of the Secured Platform project, but it was a upgrade that was running concurrent to those enhancements. So when the equipment was originally installed and obtained and the software was put in place, the video display boards on the platforms are limited currently to images and texts. And so what I'm asking for is a software enhancement, a one-time software enhancement to allow for full motion video display on those boards. And I'll get into that in just a minute. So the question really in front of the committee today is not so much about the funding itself. The funding itself has been secured. It still remains within that total project cost. We have the $263,607 needed for the software upgrade. But the question to you, Mr. Chairman, and the committee is, because WABTEC is the provider of the current system, I would need to go through WABTEC for the software upgrade in order to allow the full motion video. And so really the question is, will you allow us to move forward with the sole source agreement, which exceeds the $100,000 limit? There's a couple of things I'd like to point out. That we continue to work on the modernization of our customer communication system across the board. This enhancement will improve real-time service information, operational awareness, safety and security, as well as accessibility with the new Title II regulations that are being implemented and are being articulated by the Department of Justice. The other thing that it'll allow us to do with full motion video is put in place an enhanced recruitment process in real time to our customers on our platforms. So these video display boards that will be impacted are on the 39 MetroLink platforms within the fare zone themselves. So the proposal will allow the enhancement and will allow us to provide immediate material to the public relative to, again, normal operation, service disruptions, emergencies, and special events. And also, again, most importantly, recruiting. So at this time, that really is our request. We have the pieces in place. We have the hardware in place. This is just a simple upgrade to the software structure that we have. To help me answer any of your technical questions this morning, I have Mr. Scott Streckfus here from Operational Technology. Most of you are probably very familiar with Scott. He'll be able to elaborate on anything that I've left out at this juncture. But this is I think, a necessitated enhancement relative to our compliance with new, again, Title II regulations, which is accessibility for all ADA issues and more effective real-time communication. I must say that in preparation for this proposal, Melissa Webb, who is our Director of Communications, in conjunction with Scott and his team, actually did a trial video where we put up a short welcome video from our President and CEO, Talby Roach, on one of the platforms to see if what we wanted to do with the equipment in place would actually work. And we had huge success with that. So with that, Mr. Chairman, if you'll just indulge me just a moment, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Streckfus for any additional comments about the project.
Scott?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I don't really have any additional comments other than this will be maintained by existing teams that are already maintaining the existing systems. So there'll be no additional operating costs or additional impact in our maintenance budgets.
Okay. Is there any questions for Kevin or Scott on this proposal?
I just have one question.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Mr. Scott, so this is just a one-time upgrade cost?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
that's correct. One-time cost.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Moore?
My question, Mr. Chairman, was this enhancement available when we initially acquired or entered into the relationship to secure the system?
Scott, can you answer that? Was this initially available, the enhancement to video, when we first implemented the system?
That was this was not part of the original contract. The original contract only included the text and audio options. So this would be an expansion of that existing contract that we had.
Well, my question was this enhancement available at the time we initially acquired or entered into the relationship to secure the system?
No, it was not available at the time. It was really, this is a first offering from this vendor in this space for a public transportation agency.
Great, thank you.
Any other questions? I have one comment, Kevin, as I talked to you last night about the cost. On page 7 of the proposal under bullet point number 2, it says all ongoing reoccurring fees are subject to the WebTech standard escalation terms. Are we paying the cost? Is there any addition to that? I was confused about that item.
Scott, can you provide clarification?
Yes, we currently have an SLA, a service level agreement with WebTech for software and hardware support. So there will be no additional cost beyond this project. That'll all be covered under the existing maintenance contract we have with them for our public address and our SCADA system.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the commissioners? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion and a second to approve this item as presented.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any opposed or abstentions? Do we need a roll call vote, Myra?
A voice vote sufficient.
All those in favor say aye.
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 The motion passed. Moving on, the secured platform infrastructure update. Kevin, you again.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I thought this was a timely opportunity to do a couple of things since I have both Kelly and Scott here regarding the secured platform plan, which is the infrastructure part of the process, the high security gating, the fencing, the reconfiguration of closed circuit television fed into the real-time camera center, and where we are with that. But I think Mr. Chairman, I would like to really highlight these two individuals that are here. Kelly is going to actually give the update on the secured platform plan. But if you don't know Kelly Haydniak, or you have not had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with her, she is our project manager relative to the secure platform plan. And she was relatively new to Bi-State when this project started. And she got thrown right into the fire as we moved to hire HNTB for our overall engineering and design. And I cannot, and I just, while I have the public forum, and I have obviously board attention, I would like to stress that I cannot be more pleased with Ms. Haydniak and her performance relative to this project. I would use a baseball analogy since I think most of us are baseball fans, although I know Kelly is a White Sox fan. But I would equate her to being the field manager of a baseball team. She's in the dugout. She's making minute-by-minute calls. She's keeping the relationships with the players. She's holding the collaborative, and she's moving this process forward. There's one thing from my position and my level to represent the project, but the effectiveness of how the project is moved, putting the pieces in place, working with the design engineers, with the contractors, both in Missouri and Illinois, and as well as the overall sequential movement of the project. And it basically 38 locations, 39 also we're coordinating with the Mid-America contractor. But she has done remarkably well. And I thought it would be an opportunity for you to meet her and hear from her this morning. She is, without a question, a shining star for this organization and somebody that you should know, and you should know who she is. In addition to that, Scott Streckfuss, obviously with our operational technology component, has had a huge impact on this project, from our build out of the real-time camera center to the marrying of our closed circuit television. Mr. Chairman, I think when you're familiar when we married the technology over into the Illinois PSAPs, as well as his coordination with Orion, the gating company, the gating manufacturer, and also Indra relative to the new validators and the communication capability of the new validators that are going in relative to their ability to talk to the gates. I'm just telling you, commissioners, without these two individuals, this project would have never happened. They deserve all the credit in the world. And there are many people that have been involved with this project, but these two individuals are paramount to the success that we've had, and being able to say that we're completing the final stretch. So with that, Kelly, would you please take some time and update the commissioners on where SPP is?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Just to go ahead and start, I've got essentially at this time, the secure platform plan is progressing very nicely as we wrap up the construction for the remaining Missouri and Illinois stations. To give a brief update on the Illinois side, our contractor has recently finished the Belleville and Fairview Heights stations with plans to wrap up 5th and Missouri and East Riverfront within the next few weeks. Shortly after that, Shiloh Scott will follow with a target completion of end of March. As for Swansea and Memorial Hospital, we did face some challenges this year as it pertains to the bike trail and the new track crossings, but it does look like we are out of the woods pending some good weather. To elaborate a little bit here, there were very specific materials needed to perform the reconfiguration of the bike trail, and unfortunately we experienced longer lead times on these items. However, with that, our contractor has received the bulk of these materials and is now able to finalize the bike trail and the crossings. Once those crossings are completed, the security gates will go up at both stations, and barring any weather delays, Swansea should be wrapped up here by the end of March, with Memorial Hospital being completed by the end of April. Shifting over to the Missouri side, things are also progressing very nicely. as all of the security gates are installed, allowing our contractor to focus on finishing up the electrical and communications upgrades. Right now, I would say in Missouri, our big focus right now is on fencing. The welded wire is another item that suffered longer than normal lead times. However, we are excited to say that the remaining fencing materials will be shipping here by the end of March. And the good news here is that with that arrival of the final shipment, the remaining fencing will be installed at the Missouri Plaza entrances, which will allow us to take those final steps towards securing the alignment. So really, in conclusion, we are in our final stretch of the Secure Platform Plan. And while we work to complete these remaining stations, we do have the first 11 working under an interim operational mode, with the security officer present checking fare and allowing access. As we complete the phase 3 and phase 4 stations, we will be leaving the gates open until we have full integration with fare collection, thus continuing to operate as an open system in the interim. So again, all in all, Secure Platform has really made some great strides, and we are excited to say that we are hitting that final home stretch.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to elaborate on a couple of things.
Sure.
So in Illinois, specifically at Memorial, if you've never been, I know you have, but for your colleagues, if you've never been to the Memorial location, it's very challenging. The St. Clair County Trail basically runs across the plaza where the gates are going to go. And so in order to put the gates in and manipulate the plaza in any way, we have to first work with St. Clair's architects and our construction team to reconfigure where the new pedestrian crossing was going to be for that trail. In order to do that, we have to comply with FTA regulation relative to how pedestrians cross tracks, what materials have to be laid for that to happen. We also are putting in automatic pedestrian control arms. So what we have found is that reconfiguration and some of those things that we need to comply with the FTA regulation, there were long lead items on that, although we're starting to see all that material come in. But we have to establish the new pedestrian crossing before we can manipulate the plaza. And that's why the gates aren't in there yet. The same dynamic played out, not to that extreme, but also at Swansea, where there's manipulation of the trail as well. And that is moving, obviously much more expeditious than Memorial because of the delayed period. The only other anomaly in Illinois was at Shiloh Scott, where we had one of the gating systems at that location up, and then we got hit with significantly cold weather and snow, and we were not able to pour the last remaining pad for the gates. That pad has been poured, and those gates are going up within the next couple of weeks, if not this week. So that's where we are on the Illinois side. And then in Missouri, all the gates are up. With the welded wire fencing, we have most of that relative to the long runs along the alignment posts that would go into soft ground. The issue is that the posts that mount into the concrete around the plaza areas, so a lot of the downtown locations, have to be prefabricated with a mounting plate on the bottom of the posts. And that is being done in Quebec. And so there's been some long lead time on that. All of the fencing and all the material is in for the Illinois side, and we're missing some of those prefabricated components for the Missouri side, but we do now have a delivery schedule, which will put us where we need to be in the finalization of the project. The only other thing that I will add is we have all of the electric and all of the comms pulled through the conduit and sitting there as the fare collection team now is going behind us and putting in the new validators. So those validators are going in over the next couple of weeks. Those validators will all be placarded with a filmed material articulating that they are not in use there yet, but we have to put those in to test connectivity and reliability relative to the different types of fare media. So that is ongoing now. The other thing that I will add is the ticket vending machines, which that is the huge elephant in the room, right? Those have to be in place as well to establish full autonomy at any of these locations. We are, Tom Kern and his team, they are installing 5 test ticket vending machines at 5 different locations, all included in those 11 initial platforms over the coming next couple of weeks to also test connectivity and reliability. So this is really starting to take shape. It has been a very arduous process. Obviously, 38, 39 different locations if you include our collaboration with the Mid-America contractors. This has been a remarkable feat by all of these people that have worked on this project for so long. And I just want to extend again, yes, there have been bumps in the road. There have been frustrations, but I am beyond pleased with the performance of very, very, very talented individuals that we have in this agency. So with that, be more than happy to answer any questions you have about the secured platform plan.
Any questions from the?
I've got one. Kelly, it's nice to meet you and thank you for that presentation and for all the detail. I can tell you guys are putting a lot of work into this and we're grateful for your service to Bi-State and the community. Kelly, I'm not sure if you're aware of sort of at least my emphasis and some of the other board members on this is that we've now told the public we think this will be up and fully operational with fare collection integrated by June of this year. Do you see us being able to make that goal? And if we're not on the, and I understand that you guys have significantly more detail and there are a lot of challenges. I can tell that you're a master of this subject area, which is why I'm asking you, do you think we'll meet that June deadline? And what are the biggest hurdles that you think we have in place towards meeting that deadline? Is it the ticket vending machines? Is it some part of software? So I'd like your professional analysis on that. And again, thank you for your expertise and your time here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we absolutely will be completed by June for the secure platform plan. In terms of hurdles, kind of like I detailed out earlier, the fencing was a hurdle as well as some of those crossing materials for the bike trails. We're over those hurdles and we are really pending any weather delays. We're really in a good position to get this project over the finish line.
Thank you. And by operational, you mean that with the ticket vending machines working, everything integrated by June? You think we're still on pace to meet that?
I'm actually going to defer that over to Kevin. I can really only speak to the secure platform side.
Okay.
So, yes, sir. Everything that I'm hearing from the fare collection side, we are on pace to meet that. Obviously, relative to the ticket vending machines, that is really the only question mark. I don't have a good answer for you.
Kevin, I'm sorry if I can jump in a little bit, just because I'm trying to follow this project as best I can to be sure that we're doing well. And I was very, very pleased to actually, of those 5 pilot locations, the TVMs are actually installed in 3 of them. The reason why that, and that's Union Station, Jackie Joyner Kersey, and Civic. And the reason why that is really key is it gives us the time to be sure that the testing is in place, that we know that so obviously it's just March, but we need that time until June to be sure that all of these are integrating and working together as expected. One of the really challenges of lead time on the TVM side was actually getting the units in, and many of them are in. They are over. I saw a picture of them. I'm holding pictures of TVMs just like of my grandchildren, believe it or not. It seems hard to believe, but I'm very happy to see that we actually have many of them in, and we now have the lead time to be sure that, for instance, the pulling of the conduits, to being sure that the communications are very thorough, that will take some time. And inevitably, we will deal with an issue here or there. And the good news being that we have that envelope of time to make that June deadline. So I spoke with Mr. Curran specifically about this yesterday, and I just want to enlighten the board about that parallel project.
Okay, I wanted to thank you guys for that, for the update and for all of your work. I mean, at least just for me, I obviously I don't think the other board members do either, have the expertise on the nuts and bolts of this and what fencing issues we're having along the way. We appreciate the update, but I think the biggest thing, at least speaking for me, that I have is that if things come up where we can't meet that June deadline, please let us know earlier than later. I think we've got some lag time now to where we can get it figured out by June, but I think meeting that deadline and keeping these reports coming. And again, please don't take, asking questions about this for not respecting the work that you do and the effort. But, we do kind of have a responsibility to make sure we're meeting the deadlines we made to the public. So thank you. It sounds like we're on track right now. Let us know if anything changes on that score.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam. Any other questions or comments for Kevin or Kelly? Hearing none, Kevin, I just want to say, and Kelly, welcome aboard. Kevin, you've had me fooled all this time. I thought you were the spark behind that knock. So I'm glad to hear that Kelly and Scott are kind of your right and left hands there.
Well, the best decisions I've made, Mr. Chairman, relatively are who the team, the members of the team. So, I've done my part relatively to move the project forward, from a public presentation and kind of overall coordination. But when this is said and done, the people that need to be standing on the platform celebrating are these individuals. I'm very, very proud of them.
Thank you for that. Moving on, Mr. Roach, do you have any other unscheduled business?
I have no unscheduled business and a very brief report. If I can move into that, Chairman.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Very, very simply, since this is a Safety and Security Committee, I want to make one very public statement, and that is ridership is going up and crime is going down. No matter what in our industry, what we need to see is where are our trend lines. One of the things that I will definitely say about safety and security, and that Kevin and I share in this perspective, is we will never be done. I wish I could say we would graduate and sometime that it would be over, but it needs to be an evolving system. It needs to includes the kind of investments that you've allowed us to make in safety and security and camera technology and in the gating system, SPP. So I really do appreciate the investment that this board has allowed us to make. And I'm very pleased to say that the trend lines are indeed positive.
Thank you. Any questions for Tobey? Hearing none, Ms. Bennett, will you call for the future meeting dates?
Yes, we will hold 3 meetings on Thursday, March 26th, beginning at 8:30 a.m., starting with a Board of Commissioners meeting, followed by an Audit, Finance, and Administration Committee meeting, then followed by an Operations Committee meeting.
Very good. Thank you. This time I need a motion for the committee to go into an executive session for the purpose of discussing matters as permitted under by State Development Board Policy, Chapter 10, Section 1080, D1, Legal D, 3, Personnel, D7, Purchasing and Contracts, D11, Security, and D16, Rail, Bus, and ARS Facilities, and Safety and Accidents. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Jackson Jennings,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Yes.
Commissioner Beach,
Yes.
Commissioner Gladney,
Yes.
Commissioner Simmons.
Yes.
The motion passed.
Thank you.